For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. The second of 3 games here on this Sunday, we continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Hyde. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll go again with Gibbs. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Hyde. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Off play action. Hyde. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 44. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That stop made by Jack Campbell.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 5. Now Howell. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Achane on first and 10.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And we're at the 41, second and 9. Back to throw, Howell.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, Howell. Complete, it's Dodson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out, you've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They'll run, Achane.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Achane will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second down and 6 now. Back to throw. Hyde. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Deron Payne gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Hyde. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one was going to blow up in their faces. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Off play action. It's Howell. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the commanders jumped. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Up the middle, Achane. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And Howe will throw it. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Lions.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Second and 11. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Throwing here, Howell. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Marquise Brown, 64 yards. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Here's Howell. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Howell. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson from 17 yards out. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Carlson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st down, Hyde. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Hyde. And It's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Hyde. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
The key here, as it usually is, protection. Love the design of this one because they leaked the running back out and sent him down the field. But you've got to give a quarterback time to locate him. They did for a nice play.
A final shot before break. Hyde. He sets to fire deep. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game. It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made them pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On second down, a run by Achane. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now they go play action with Howell. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable. Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Looking to throw. Hyde. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Still 15 yards to go. 2nd down. Back to throw. Hyde. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 34.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Hyde. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with the first.
So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only 1 timeout. Back to throw. Hyde. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Operating from the gun. Hyde. And in for the Lions touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 5.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Achane. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Second and a couple. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Running left, Achane. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And they'll give this to a chance. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him.
Touchdown, Washington. From 6 yards away. And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 81 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Washington. Carlson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 8. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. He's got a man complete. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.